to the grand ship. Does that make noise, Carrie?
Yes.
He's got it. He's got the safety on his phaser.
Oh, there. That's it. I gotta hit that.
There it is. I hope it's set to stun.
It is. It's
Is
set
it?
to fun.
Oh, God. Okay. Welcome to the show where I, a wee baby novice, sit with an expert and talk about space shows. I'm your host, Ensign Rebecca Frost, joined by noted space show fan Admiral Carrie Jackson. Welcome back, Carrie.
Thank you. I got to be honest with you. I look forward to this more than anything that I do.
Oh, you know what? I get it. I love talking Star Trek. I could talk about Star Trek all day.
Well, let's begin. Now, we're only going to do, you say 4 episodes this time?
We're only talking about 4 episodes this time because we are at the end of season 1. I cannot believe I have made it to the end of season 1. I never thought I'd make it this far.
Honestly, I first of all applaud your stamina.
Thank you. Thank you.
Or your patience. I can't decide. It's the stamina or patience.
It's a little bit of both because I gotta say this string of episodes is kind of like that. This week we're going to talk about Errand of Mercy, The Alternative Factor, The City on the Edge of Forever, and Operation Annihilate. This first episode, Errand of Mercy, with the war with the Klingons raging, Kirk and Spock attempt to resist an occupation of a planet with incomprehensibly placid natives. This one, I of course have given it a name, and I call it the Ren Fair episode.
Yes. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. That's perfect.
And this one is so quippy. I don't believe we've had such a quippy episode.
It is. It's full of little barbs, and Kirk is very Kirk in this one.
He is so Kirk. There's an exchange between Kirk and Spock where Kirk says, "So we're stranded here in the middle of a Klingon occupation army," and Spock replies, "So it would seem, not a very pleasant prospect." And Kirk replies, "You have a gift for understatement, Mr. Spock. It's not a very pleasant prospect at all."
Yes, I know what a gift for understatement means, Captain. I didn't need you to be a dick about it, okay?
This is our introduction to the Klingons.
Yes.
And are they a racist caricature?
Well, they were supposed to be Russians.
They were supposed to be Russians?
Yeah, that was the original conceit, was that they were supposed to be Russians.
Carrie is now showcasing his, what is that, a Klingon ship?
This is it's a D7 battle cruiser.
Oh.
This one I built during a very lonely time in my life, and it's I think like the last model kit that I ever put together myself.
And what year was this?
I can't recall. It was between girlfriends. I was staying out of the public eye and hiding in my little cave and putting together spaceship models.
Interesting. The leader of the Klingons, I can't remember his name, but the way he introduces himself is the same way I join podcasts. Is I don't care if I'm welcomed here. I'm here and I'm staying.
This is Kor, who is one of the 3 most popular Klingons from the original series. So popular that they bring them back for an episode of Deep Space Nine. All 3 of them.
Oh,
but this is Kor, and this is the only little Kor little bit of memorabilia I have. This is a fridge magnet. I don't know if you can see.
Oh,
but it is a photo of
Kor,
the character John Colicos, I believe is how you say his name, who later went on to play another bad guy in another space show. He played Baltar on the original Battlestar Galactica.
Another show I have not seen.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Doesn't this man also play like a Vulcan or something? Or am I thinking of someone else?
You're thinking of somebody else.
I'm thinking of the Romulan guy.
Yeah, this guy was supposed to come back for because he was so popular. He was supposed to come back for another episode, Errand of Mercy, I believe, which we'll get to.
One.
Yeah, maybe not Errand of Mercy. It was Day of the Dove. Day of the Dove. This is Errand of Mercy. Day of the Dove was the one that he was supposed to come back for, but he had scheduling conflicts, so they brought in Michael and Sarah to play the Klingon, and they named him Kang, I believe. So that's upcoming. But anyway, a little background.
This one, the Errand of Mercy, is not killing the Organians. Is that?
Well, the message is you've got these 2 warring factors, the Klingons and the Federation. And they think that they're smarter than the Organians, and they both want the planet for strategic reasons.
And the Organians are extremely placid and...
Well, they're like, we don't need either of you. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the Federation's like, look, the Klingons are just going to come and take your planet if you don't join the Federation. And
well, and they haven't evolved in 10,000 years. They have not made any technical advancements for 10,000 years.
Technical advancements.
Which, and then I'm noticing more and more this type of thing existing within Star Trek. Just
All right.
more incorporeal beings, because that's what these people turn out to be, is just incorporeal whoozy whatsits.
Well, see, that's part of the being taught a lesson about human hubris.
Yeah.
You think that you know better than the locals, because you're so smart and you've got all this technology and learning, and these people they're living like a bunch of hippies. Well, maybe we're not as smart as the hippies.
Truthfully, if I could live in a Ren fair, I would take it.
All the turkey legs I can eat.
Turkey legs and ale for days.
Mead.
Can we talk about Kirk and Spock's outfits? Because they give Kirk this poncho thing, whatever we used to it. But Spock gets a cape. Spock gets tights. Spock gets leg warmers. And he is rocking it.
Well, that's what a dealer in Kiva Centrillium would be wearing, right?
God. You know what? This next couple of episodes, or I guess just 2 episodes in this string that we're talking about, Spock and Kirk get some fun outfits.
Yes, they do. Some fun outfits.
And I also like that the Organians are like, hey, listen, you two, shut up. You guys, you're light years behind us. You guys are going to be fast friends in the future. And both Core and Kirk are like, nuh-uh, we'll never be friends with these guys.
It was, I can't recall what exactly the lesson is on this one, except for, don't think you're so damn smart. It's not all about you.
Yeah, I guess. The fun bit of trivia I have for this episode introduces the Klingon Empire. Klingons were named after Gene Roddenberry's friend, Bob Klingan.
Klingan?
Clingan.
I hate you, Bob. I'm going to name the bad guys after you.
Yeah. I wonder if Bob also is extremely wrinkled.
Now, in this episode, when it was originally, from the old days, we never got a look at the Klingon ship. It was a budgetary thing. It was just a flash of light. You'd see a little flash of light, like you always saw in the original special effects, because building a model, photographing it, all of that, it's time consuming and expensive. We got to get these shows out. So we didn't get to see the battle cruiser, the Klingon battle cruiser. Now in the new effects ones, you do get to see it. We had that taken away from us.
What are the logistics of this ship? Because it seems like you got a big ball and platform on top of it, but then a long narrow string in the middle.
Yeah,
and then the rest of the ship is in the back.
Yeah, from a design standpoint, not so great, because all you'd have to do is just destroy the neck of the ship, and then your command center's gone away from your other one. I just think they're cool looking ships. That's all.
Cool. Yeah. Well, a lot of cool stuff isn't practical, but here we are.
That's true. I have several pair of pants that are that way.
Yeah, tell me about it. Let's move on to our next episode, The Alternative Factor. I'm sorry, this was such a boring ass episode.
It was terrible. Okay,
it was.
Everybody says Spock's Brain, which is season 3. Everyone says Spock's Brain is the worst episode of Star Trek. I maintain that this one is strictly because of the boredom factor.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone in this, because this was such a boring ass episode. Existence itself comes under threat from a man's power struggle with his alternate self, with the Enterprise's strange dilithium crystals presenting his key to a final solution. This episode, not to jump to the end, but also plays into my multiverse fatigue
Yeah, okay.
When they got to the part where they introduced the concept of like parallel universes, I out loud went, "Are you serious? I cannot escape this. I am so tired." But you know what? It's okay.
It's all right. It's a scientific theory that's been around for a very long time. So,
and do I believe it? Yes, absolutely.
I don't.
That's have you paid any attention to the UFO whistleblower guy and talking about, oh, this was like big news in the UFO sphere like a couple of weeks ago
from your trip that you took down there.
Yeah, where this guy, he blew the whistle on, we have alien technology. We have quite a bit of alien technology that we're trying to reverse engineer, and it's not that it's alien and not of this planet, but from other dimensions.
You betcha. Sell those books. Go ahead.
Yeah. Which, by the way, at the UFO festival, at the UFO museum, just a bunch of guys selling their books.
Exactly.
Ooh, and I did not want to talk to any of them.
It's a wonderful grift. It's like the Republican Party that way. Anyway. Yeah, this is instead of the alternative factor should be called the boredom factor. It's a terrible episode.
I call this one the ooh crystals episode because they talk a lot about dilithium crystals.
And his beard keeps changing, and it's
and I reading some of the behind the scenes stuff on this episode. I was fascinated by the behind the scenes aspect of this, but. And I understand the limitations of what they were working with, but my God, this episode is just pure filler. 20 minutes of it is just that weird effect and people going, whoa.
The spinning. Do a drinking game that every time the spinning does, you take a shot. You'll be dead. You'll be dead in 40 minutes.
Literally. Let me tell you about the behind the scenes on this because that, to me, is really fascinating. John Drew Barrymore was originally cast as Lazarus, but failed to show up for shooting and had to be replaced by Robert Brown, causing the episode to go 2 days over schedule. The producers subsequently filed and won a grievance with the Screen Actors Guild, which suspended Barrymore's SAG membership for 6 months. After Barrymore failed to show up on set, the director, Gerd Oswald, decided to shoot the scenes that didn't involve his character. On the second day, it was decided to either shut down production and scrap the episode overall, maybe we should have, or find a replacement. Robert Brown was dragged into the set right after he agreed to play the role. He recounted the filming to be very tight and tense, which kind of comes across.
It does. It comes across as the actors don't really know what they're doing, what they're saying, why they're there, Mm-hmm. Which, hey, if you're thrown into it and go now, do the scene. I can see that.
Be stressed out. And lastly, in the original script, Lazarus romantically came on to Lieutenant Charlene Masters to gain her assistance. The two subsequently fell in love, but when African-American actress Janet McLaughlin was cast as Masters, the romantic angle was dropped. In addition, Gene Roddenberry considered it too similar to the romance between Khan and MacGyver's in Space Seed. As stated by Roddenberry in a Season 1 memo, in both Space Seed and this story, we have a crew woman madly in love with a brawny guest star and flipping our whole gang into a real mess because she is in love. Do they have to do this in 2 of our scripts?
Gene, that's a fair point. Yes.
Yes, but to be fair, that particular plot point happens so frequently.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. But this happens so frequently because to skip to season 2, it kind of happens in Who Mourns for the Adonis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's it was also part of Gene Roddenberry's whole sexual hang-ups that he had. For the time.
People
are complaining I'm not saying it enough because they want to get drunk while they listen to this show.
Hey, man, you don't need our permission. You can just do it. You can just drink every time we say episode, because I know I say episode a lot. I did like the ending of this episode. I liked that it had a very, from a certain point of view, aspect of it, very Star Warsy of them. And I compared it to Kang from Marvel. It's like Kang with just 2 of them because it's the one guy trying to stop himself.
Kang versus Kang.
Kang versus Kang. And I respect a man who's willing to sacrifice himself for all time and eternity to stop a greater evil. I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
My God.
But, we just don't know enough or care enough about you to give us
Yeah.
any stakes. You just showed up, and, that's not enough. I'm sorry.
When we first see him, he pops up on top of a rock and he's got a very sparkly like suit, like two-piece. And I, for whatever reason in my mind, just started singing "It's Not Unusual" because he had a very Tom Jonesy vibe.
With that, bad beard and mustache thing.
Yeah, good God. Let's talk about that because
It changed. It constantly changed. It was clearly fake, and it constantly changed.
aggressively fake and bad. You know what? Okay, we're going to move on to the next episode.
Yes, I please.
The City on the Edge of Forever, which is widely regarded as the best episode of the series.
Written by that grumpy old son of a bitch, Harlan Ellison.
I have a fun piece of trivia about that.
Okay, we'll come to that then.
We'll come to that. When a temporarily insane Dr. McCoy accidentally changes history and destroys his time, Kirk and Spock follow him to prevent the disaster, but the price to do so is high. And in retrospect, I don't know that the price is that high. It just costs you one Joan Collins.
No. Well, but that was, in Star Trek lore, Edith Keeler, for some reason, is Kirk's one that got away. That was allegedly the love of his life. I mean, he'd known her for a month maybe, but so allegedly he never got over.
Literally a week. They get dropped. Okay. So McCoy goes through the time hole, coked out of his mind, goes through the time hole. This episode, I called it McCoy's Big Day Out, even though it's more Kirk and Spock's Big Day Out. But McCoy yeets himself through time, and Kirk and Spock are like, "Oh, okay, I guess we better go get him." So they go back a week before he gets there. And I love when they first arrive. They arrive in 1930s United States.
Yeah, pre-World War II.
Grips of the Depression. And they arrive in there, of course, in their uniforms. And as people are walking by, they do this thing where they're like, "Nobody look at us, please. If I close my eyes, you can't see me."
Maybe you won't see my shiny gold shirt if I cover my face. Like,
just absolutely insane. And then Kirk steals some clothes, and it was very much that episode of Strange New Worlds from 2 weeks ago, where Lon and Kirk get thrown back in time to Toronto, 2023.
Because it's cheaper to film in Toronto, even
where
in the
they
future.
were probably filming anyway.
Even in the future. It's again, I can't explain it. It's an episode that I enjoy. It's often quoted in Star Trek lore.
I think it's, to me, coming from the future where I am inundated with time travel episodes and time travel stories, this story did feel so simple, but I can understand why people call it the best episode of the series and like one of the best episodes of sci-fi of all time, because it is one of the first in TV, I think, that we see that covers this concept.
There are people who say that this is a good episode to introduce the original series to people. I don't know if that's the case because it's so much better than the other episodes that the rest are kind of a letdown.
This would be a good episode to introduce you to the character of Kirk, I think, because Kirk has some really great moments in this episode. I really appreciate that he's not a liar. Every time he's questioned or asked about something, he doesn't lie, but he directs the truth in a sort of way that makes it more comprehensible. I also like Kirk as a feminist ally because there's a moment when all the hobos are eating dinner and they're like, okay, now we have to pay our price for this dinner, which is just listening to Edith Keeler talk about, hey, maybe be a good person. And the guys are all blah, blah, blah. And Kirk's like, well, I would like to hear the woman speak. And I'm on my couch like, yeah, feminist ally Kirk.
There's so much to say about this episode, and so much has been said, as you have probably noticed. The Harlan Ellison, who wrote it, this is not the script directly, even though it's credited as Harlan Ellison. They rewrote the living hell out of it. His original version of the script is available in comic book form. You can order that online, I believe. Go to Dr. Volts and ask if they can get it for you.
Oh.
But it's the original Harlan Ellison script, and they illustrate it. It looks great, apparently. I meant to pick it up, and then it sold out. So whether it's still in print or not, I don't know. But
Do you know what year that came out?
about 5 or 6, maybe. My memory, 8 years ago, somewhere in there.
Could be 8 years, could be 20.
I think if you just look up Star Trek graphic novel, City on the Edge of Forever, it'll probably come up.
Nice. I kept writing City on the Edge of Tomorrow in all of my notes, and that's not what it is. So the piece of trivia regarding Harlan Ellison, Gene Roddenberry apparently denied Harlan Ellison's pseudonym request because he knew everyone in the science fiction community was aware that the Cordwainer Bird credit, which was his usual pseudonym, was Ellison's way of signaling his dissatisfaction with the way the production people handled and treated what he wrote. That would have meant that Star Trek was no different than all the other science fiction shows in mistreating quality writers, and could have resulted in prose science fiction writers avoiding contributing to the program.
Exactly.
Which I'm glad that Gene Roddenberry told him to fuck off, because the show does have some phenomenal scripts, and this I think it counts as a really good script, and shouldn't be disappointed.
Harlan just kept saying that this is not what I wrote. This is not my story. It's near my story, but it's not. Oh well. The Guardian of Forever, this round thing that they jump through. Remember that. So when you go back and watch Star Trek Discovery Season 2, that's all.
This episode did feel really familiar to me. I don't know if I've seen it before.
It's referenced so many times that I'm sure that it's come up in Futurama parodies. I'm sure.
Yeah, but when they get to the Guardian, it all felt really familiar to me, and I don't know why.
You may have seen it when you were a kid and just don't remember.
Maybe.
Now here we go. This is my action figures.
Carrie's got his James Kirk action figure from City on the Edge of Forever, and he's wearing his jeans and his flannel
shirt, yes.
and his brown jacket. And I love Kirk cannot be bothered to button up his shirt all the way.
Hell no.
If Kirk has an opportunity to rock a deep V, he's going to.
And then there's Spock,
with his beanie and his jeans.
In his overcoat, and he's being asked to make a computer out of stone knives and bear skins.
I love that Spock was like, I'm going to need plutonium. I'm going to need all of these things. Can you just run to the store really quick and get those?
And then here is your Edith Keeler.
Are you telling me you have an Edith Keeler action figure?
I need to go and dig out my stuff, because I think I have a 9-inch Barbie version of Edith Keeler.
Shut up.
If I didn't sell it, I've got it. But there's an Edith Keeler action figure right
I'm
there.
begging you to find Edith Keeler Barbie.
I'll go dig them up.
I looked on IMDb, and Joan Collins has been consistently working her whole life.
Until she died, right?
Is she dead?
I think she's no longer with us. I could be wrong. I believe that oh, no, wait, she is still with us. Yes.
She's 90 years old.
That's right.
From Paddington, London.
She is still alive. I considered putting her on my Deadpool last year. That's right.
Oh, that's going to be a big one. But yeah, she's been working consistently since the 60s.
Dynasty.
Yeah, Dynasty.
Anyway.
And I love the end when McCoy, I love a comedy of errors where McCoy is there but they don't know, and they run into each other, and the whole thing is Edith Keeler she will either survive or she will die.
Well,
which
in order for the Federation to be spawned into existence, she has to die. Because if she does not die, then she becomes an influencer, and the Earth becomes too pacifist to follow the timeline that leads up to the Federation. I mean, yeah, that was
Oh, I guess
seemed
it
like
doesn't.
a good
Yeah,
thing.
I guess it doesn't. It doesn't start the eugenics war of the '90s,
No,
and then Kirk is later born on the USS Iowa on a ship that he's never experienced a sunrise.
it's a whole thing.
It's all connected.
But I mean, they explain it pretty well. They spell it out for you really well why she has to die in order for the future to be the way it goes.
I do
her
just wish
her pacifism leads to communism or something like that. And,
Oh,
you know,
ew,
something.
gross. I just wish I understood why Kirk fell in love with her after 3 days and thinks she's the one.
The theory is, I'm going to try to explain it, but it doesn't make sense. The theory is that Kirk always felt like he was born in the wrong time. He felt like he should have been born in the past as opposed to his present. Although it's clearly his best destiny is where he is. You know, that's the best thing for everyone is that he is where he is. But he always felt that the old-fashioned days were the best. So he was, first of all, enamored where he was, and then, you know, here's this fantasy woman from an era of where he fantasizes about being, and he gets caught up in the moment. That's the explanation.
Gotcha. Dang, is that why Paul Wesley in Strange New Worlds seemed to just be having a blast as Kirk in 2023? Interesting character insight.
There you go.
Interesting. The last thing I'll say about this in particular is I really love when the gang reunites. They run across the street. They see McCoy. They all reunite. And Edith is walking across the street and Kirk's like, oh no. And, you know, McCoy tries to save her and he stops him. And McCoy says, do you know what you just did? And I immediately said, listen here, you coked up shit. You don't get, you don't get to criticize anything because you started this whole mess.
But then you get that wonderful moment where McCoy just can't believe that Kirk did it. Kirk knows goddamn well what he did and had to do, and he's showing it. And Spock empathizes. Says, he knows, Doctor, he knows.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he did.
Yeah. Good episode. A great episode. Very simple in my opinion, but I mean, if it's of the time and the first of its kind, absolutely makes a ton of sense and totally mind-blowing.
Kind of feel sorry for that homeless guy who found that phaser.
Yeah. he just wanted to steal some milk.
Well, and that
Luke
he's
Skywalker
gone.
staring into the lightsaber.
Exactly.
And the season finale of Star Trek the Original Series, Season 1, Operation Annihilate. The Enterprise crew attempts to stop a plague of amoeba-like creatures from possessing human hosts and spreading throughout the galaxy. All right.
Yeah. I remember being a kid and watching this episode for the first time, and I jumped out after the first 5 minutes. Because,
how come?
Well, maybe it wasn't 5 minutes. They go down to the planet because it's all about my brother George is here.
Sam. Wow.
Sam.
Wow, Carrie.
Sorry. I'm getting George Kirk, his father, mixed up. My brother Sam is here. We need to save my brother Sam. Him and his wife and kid are down here. We need to save my brother Sam. And they find the brother Sam, and he's, spoiler, dead. They roll him over. And it's clearly William Shatner with a fake mustache. And I, as a kid, stood up in the living room and went, I'm out.
Are you serious? It's literally less than a second that we see him.
I was like, look, couldn't you just find somebody who looks kind of like Shatner? I mean, and it doesn't have to be his twin, you know.
No, but that's what I love. That's also the piece of trivia I have is McCoy rolls his body over and it's William Shatner, but he's wearing a mustache,
the blonde mustache,
and some light character makeup. But honestly, it's less than a second that they show him, and I cannot believe you were like, I'm out.
Well, but then in reruns, the reruns continued, and I stuck around, and I went, oh, this is an okay episode. All right.
When they first get to the planet and the people come running out with their clear batons, it felt like the beginning of a West Side Story fight. Like I almost expected them to like start snapping and break out into song.
These were actors who were being very actorly. They were told, go
yeah.
out there and tell them to go away. And you know, so they had such, you know, limited direction or something, I don't know, that they kept repeating the same thing. We don't want you here. Go
Leave!
away.
Get out!
Leave!
No, we
Get
don't.
out of-
We don't want you. Go on, get. I thought it was a very bold choice to have his brother die in this episode and not delve into it more. Because that's a big.
Well, and
thing.
but that was also kind of part of the problem, is that, you know, this is Kirk's brother. We should care. Did you?
The only way I felt like we were supposed to care was Kirk repeatedly telling McCoy, fix my sister-in-law, fix my nephew. Like, repeatedly. And that's the only... And also, his nephew was like a ginger.
Well, did you recognize his nephew as one of those kids from Miri? Remember that?
Oh, was it?
I think it was.
I kind of assumed, but I didn't want to...
Yeah.
I didn't Google it because I was like, I just don't care about this kid. I do love it when the bad guys are weird little guys, and so we've got these like plastic, rubbery, amoeba-like things just kind of all over.
My friend Bart referred to them as fried eggs.
Yeah, ugh, gross.
The flying fried eggs that control your mind.
God, and when they fly, there's a blooper. I didn't look it up, but there's a blooper where when the one goes to get Spock, it lands on his butt.
Ooh.
And I would like to see that very much.
Well, easier access, I would think, but
Yeah, oh my God. Okay, so these things, they sting you like a bee, and they get all up in you and start controlling your brain or whatever. And Spock is like, I'm better than these things, and I am in control of my body. And the whole time I am like, I'm to trust this guy? I do not trust. He's under the influence of this bug man.
well, I mean, that's the great thing about Spock, is that you're with him, and then he'll do something that maybe you shouldn't be. No, I got this. I'm seriously, I've got this.
Yeah, and I just did not believe him. But that's the thing I love about Starfleet is a very trusting community.
They're trusting, and they do teamwork, and Spock comes up with the idea of how to destroy these creatures, and he's the first to figure it out, even though he's mostly under control of it. That's how good Spock is, and we all wish we could be that strong. And he's the guy who figures out that it's this. He figures a bright light is what'll do it. And for some reason, he forgets his eye protection when he does the test.
I was like, even just little tanning bed goggles. Just give the man some little tanning bed goggles.
Something.
But it straight up blinds him. He walks out of the room all normal, right? And they're like, oh my God, it worked. And Spock's like, yeah. Uh-oh. I think I'm blind.
runs into a table. He says, "Yes, I've taken care of the parasite. I am, however, quite blind." And then they figure out it's not bright light, but it's
like
some
UV light or
a
something.
UV thing. Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, damn. Maybe we should have tested it a little bit longer before we blinded Spock."
I know, they were just like, we are going to test this right now. And poor Kirk, everybody that's close to him is either dying or going blind. I think, too, the last couple of episodes have been a little cheeky sneak peek at Nurse Chapel and Spock, kind of like, oh, do they have a thing for each other?
Well, because that's coming up in the next episode.
Oh my, yeah, I cannot wait to get to the next episode. Muck time, because
another one of those episodes that's labeled one of the best.
Okay.
Now, see, this is, I think Amok Time would be the one that I'd introduce Star Trek to people with, I think.
Oh, absolutely not.
Really? Oh, well, we'll have that discussion on the next episode.
Yeah, because it's so not Spock.
Oh, okay, I see your point.
Yeah.
I see your point. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that next episode.
We'll get to it.
Anyway, were we done with Operation Annihilate?
Yeah, I just want to say, Bones, he is, well, because Spock comes down to the bridge and Kirk is like, what? And it turns out Spock, he's like, oh, I forgot. Vulcans have this like inner eyelid thing. We forget about it like you forget about your appendix. But I'm fine. And everyone's.
And the explanation being is because Vulcan has, bright sun, because it's hot as Vulcan is the slogan.
Oh my God.
That as the evolution of the Vulcans went on, that they got that eye protection,
And McCoy is essentially like, I will die before I ever compliment Spock to his face. And I love that for them. Ay, Dios mío. Well,
everybody stands Kirk and Spock. I think there's some Spock McCoy energy there too.
Like if they were stranded on an island together, that trope, enemies to lovers, love that. Oh no, there's only one bed. What are we to do?
Yep. Where Kirk and McCoy, strictly bros.
The best bros. Oh my God, they're the best bros. Has the original series explained where the nickname Bones comes from?
Oh, are you asking me?
I'm
No.
I'm asking, yeah.
Well, it's just sawbones. It's an old term for doctor. Again, there's that ancient Kirk phraseology that, because he loves history so much. That's where, and the theory is that all the doctors are named after bone breakage of some kind. So you got Bones, you got Dr. Crusher, crush the bones, Bashir, Basher.
How about Mbenga?
Okay, that doesn't work all the way. I'm talking up my Trek ass there.
Oh boy. Well, that does it for season 1 of the original series of Star Trek. What a
you did
banger.
it, Rebecca.
I'm a little nervous to get into the next seasons.
I am proud of you most that you made it through one season.
Thank you.
Show.
I'm a little nervous because the type of person I am, I like original flavors of things, right? Like I like the first of any movie in a trilogy because I always think it's like the best one because I like just original flavor things. And having watched a little bit of season 2, they definitely have upped the budget a little bit. And I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, we'll see. I can't wait to talk amok time with you next episode.
And we will talk about episodes 1 through 5 of season 2 next week. Join us next time, and we're going to keep going places. Live long and prosper forever.